Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, beautiful. Testing, testing, testing. Beautiful. I can hear myself. I also sound very what's the word? Uh-oh. All right, all right, all right.
Killing revs is easy and it doesn't require many stats or money to get started. In this guide, I'm going to show you how to kill revs, make millions of GP, and hopefully not get killed by PKers. Alright.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Your staff has 2,200 remaining. Cool. Admin errors 250. I mean, they all eventually add up, right? So I might as well. Dinner, 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 dinner. All right, come here. Okay, I can keep doing this and everything will be good, hopefully. Look, there's something I need to say. When playing this game, let me get a little music up, at least just a little bit. That's still a little loud. I started like heavily started playing this game like about I think 3 to 4 months ago. Again, question is why? I started watching Ora Block, and I was watching him play RuneScape, but I always wondered like how and why these guys are playing the game like professionally, you know, because I knew that there was something to do with like kind of gambling in a sort of way or something like that. But man, yeah, so I thought that was interesting. So auto block. was basically turned high stake PvP into a spectator sports. That's what this guy did. Which is like, you know, PvP is something I always sucked at, but that guy, I don't know how and why, but that guy is really, really fucking good at that shit. Like, I'm not even lying. Let me see if my audio is working. Testing. Yeah, my audio is working. Let me see if my audio. Okay. I have 3 monitors, so there's stuff in the background that you guys might see. What's the lookup drops? Let's see. Any rare stuff? The rare items I can get is a dragon spear. If I were to get one, damn, it's in 1 in 174 million chances. No, that's 174,000 chances. That'd be pretty dope, though. Let me get it. No cap, no cap. Bro, I can't believe I'm still playing this game, RuneScape. You gotta be kidding me. I'm like heavily deep involved in this game. I used to was as a kid, but now I'm like heavily deep involved into it again. This is like some wild ass shit, yo. I'm not even capping. I can't really much hear anything, so I gotta. Oh, that complete. That's the master. I don't want music. Maybe just a little bit. Why not? Yo, hop on RuneScape. Let's see, is there anything I could watch? I swear if I get PK'd out here, I'm gonna be so pissed. Yeah, I don't think anyone is able to see me, so I'm good. I got 96 more to go. Oh, jeez Louise. Mushroom spore, what? That music is still a little too loud, so let's turn that shit off. And adjust sound effects volume. No, no music. Okay, here we go. That's the kind of sound effect I wanted. Alright, cool. Let's see what the hell is going on the tube. Huh. Take that. Oh, oh, that's awesome. That is cool. Wait, what? What? Hold on a second. Look, the drops for that. 318. So apparently I've killed 318 of these guys, or so. Man, if there's only a way to like pick everything up at once, that would make the game so much fucking better. Let's see. Drops. XP drops. Is it gonna get rid of the... Not the loot trophy. AFK overlay? Oh, I'm starting to kill these guys really fast now. Ask for videos any way you like. Think about travel, want to learn about history, pizza, nope. Actually, yeah, let me do this. This one's a lot better. Oh yeah. The feel of... Excuse me. the only spell I have that... Oh, shit. Oh shit, am I really about to die? Damn, I wasn't even paying any attention.
Saving money.
For a very long time. And I've watched the YouTube algorithm change its mind more times than I can count. But things are really going downhill recently. One of my latest uploads got copyright claimed 8 times. 8 claims on 8 minutes of content. That's literally 1 copyright claim per minute. It has to be a Guinness World Record, right? I really don't know if that's a YouTube problem, a music industry problem, or just my ultimate destiny as a bassist. But whatever it is,
The
it's
music industry
completely
is already
ridiculous.
like
These claims are on a
done
video where I showcase some epic
So,
bass
who
lines.
kinda
That
gives
was
a fuck
clearly
about
an
the music
educational
industry?
video. That's clearly fair use. Then in another video, I just showed a clip of me dressed as Sylvester Stallone playing a very famous song for like 4 seconds, and the entire video got claimed. Out of my last 10 videos, 8 were copyrighted.
Bro, that's what they do. That's what the big company does. Okay, let me get this one. Actually, let me just keep killing this one. Oh shit.
Welcome back. We are following breaking news. A verdict in the landmark case addressing the power and influence of social media. A Los Angeles jury today finding Meta and YouTube negligent in the design or operation of their platforms and saying the companies failed to warn users of the dangers of their services. The jurors found that the tech giant's platforms harmed a young user with features that made her addicted and led to mental health problems. The trial, which included testimony from Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, was the first lawsuit of its kind to go to trial. In separate statements, Meta and Google, YouTube's parent company, saying they disagree with today's verdict and plan to appeal. Today's verdict comes just one day after a jury in New Mexico ordered Meta to pay $375 million after determining that Meta concealed what it knew about child sexual exploitation on its platform. Meta says it plans to appeal that verdict as well. Joining me now is Jacob Ward, veteran technology journalist and host of the Rip Current podcast. He's also the author of The Loop, How Technology is Creating a World Without Choice and How to Fight Back. Jacob, thanks so much for joining me. So let's talk about today's big verdict. What was your big takeaway?
Get tax expertise without.
goosebumps as I say it. It is truly a historic moment. I really think that this is on a par with figuring out that cigarettes cause cancer or that we needed to have seatbelts in cars. This is a huge societal shift that we're seeing unfolding in front of us
Cigarettes
really in
causing
real time. And
cancer.
as a result, you know, I think this is the end of social media as we know it, and it is definitely the end of childhood as we have come to accept it. We are seeing for the very first time a social media company found liable, in this case two of them, found liable for the design choices they made and for, as a result, addicting kids
But
in
that's
a
the
harmful
whole
way
point,
to their
though.
product. This is something that was unimaginable even a few years ago because these companies have enjoyed such powerful legal protections until now. Now this new legal theory opens up an entirely new can of worms, one that consists of more than 1,600 cases that are now going to come down on one or more of these companies, Kristen.
Wow. Well, it's really striking to hear you describe it in that
I mean,
context,
it's not like
Jacob.
we're gonna go in a
paint
back
picture for
age,
me.
you
You say
know?
this is the end of social media as we know.
I think this is just a whole facade. You know why? Because I think after this, truth will be disabled, right? The only way for us to disable truth is going back to the old times, watching like literally television. What is it called? Television freaking news or programmed news. If that
Oh,
makes sense.
what does that look like in our society?
Well, until now, right, we've treated our attention and, by extension, our behavior as, first of all, something that you and I are supposed to be entirely in control of ourselves, right? We've been sort of the opinion that somehow the choices you and I make are totally our own and can't really be shaped by anybody. But then, of course, what we saw was the rise of an industry that has made its business analyzing and shaping behavior at scale wherever possible. And this is not to say that they had nefarious ideas in mind. They just had discovered that our attention is an incredibly profitable product to traffic in. And so in this case, we're just looking at now a jury that, you know, even a few years ago might not have been able to wrap their minds around the idea that we can have this kind of harm by the design of a platform. That was such an abstract concept. As someone who tries to articulate that concept as often as I do, you know, I've spent years trying to get people to understand even the idea that there are armies of experts inside these companies working on that kind of idea. And now suddenly you have a jury of our peers suddenly understanding that, it seems, and as a result finding these two companies liable. So this could absolutely rewrite the rules. Now,
So
will that
it's
be
Meta,
a
YouTube.
rewriting of the rules that everyone will be happy with? I don't think so.
Bro,
Right? We
honestly,
have enormous First Amendment issues
although
that
I'm
are
live
going to come up with
streaming
this.
on YouTube,
And you know
fuck
that
YouTube
Meta
for
and
that.
YouTube are going to fight tooth and nail
Because
this is an
they
existential
made
threat to the way they
they
do
made it
business.
harder
So
for
this is not
small
over
people
by
like
any
me to
stretch,
make
but
money.
I think that
I
the
used to make
era
money
of
on my other
treating our
accounts, bro.
behavior as an infinite product to
It's fucking
mine, that
ridiculous.
era is over, I think.
It's just really powerful to hear you talk about it in those terms. You talk about the profits. Let's talk about the profits of these companies. Meta is worth more than $1 trillion. YouTube is worth more than $500 billion. Its parent company, Alphabet Inc., is worth more than $3 trillion. Could these companies just absorb the cost and keep doing business, find a way to keep doing business as usual?
I mean, when we look, Kristen, at the individual judgments here, right, you're looking at a $375 million judgment in New Mexico, and that's a slightly different issue. It is a different issue than the one that was settled in LA, but both of them sort of surround the idea that there is harm being done and a responsibility on the part of the companies. In both of those cases, right, you're looking at numbers that really are a rounding error in the balance sheets of these companies, of course, right? The $3 million judgment for this one plaintiff in LA, no way. But you look at the 350 other family cases coming down the pipeline. You look at the 200, those alone, if you use this math, 3 million per plaintiff, that ends up being in the billions, right? Or at least over $1 billion. If you look at the math of the school districts, 250 of which are lined up to file suit, and you think about thousands of students per school district, you're suddenly getting to some very large numbers. And so whether these companies can afford this in a dollars and cents way, you know, I think we
Oh, I
we'll
fucking ran
figure
out.
that out. Time will tell. But the
Oh,
incentive,
no.
which they did not face before now, is to change
I
the
have
way
no
they do
choice but
business
to
because there
kill
is
them all
suddenly
like this.
liability. In the United States, Kristen, we don't make a lot of changes to how companies do business, or you know, companies don't make a change unless there's financial harm. This was an industry so enormous that we couldn't have imagined doing enough financial harm to make it possible for them to even consider changing. Now those incentives are shifting in a way that we haven't seen, I would say, since the era of big tobacco, since the era of lead paint, right? These are enormous
Lead
kinds
paint.
of judgments that have to come through for a company to consider changing how they do business. And so I just think that we're probably, even though we're going to see endless appeal, this is not by any means settled in court, I think that it is for the first time, operating at a scale that really touches these companies in a very new way.
Look, before I let you go, I do have to shift gears. I want to show you this sort of extraordinary scene at the White House today. An AI-powered robot escorted First Lady Melania Trump into a summit on technology and
fucking
education
ridiculous.
and opened the summit, Jacob, by actually speaking. It's kind of out of a movie. What were your thoughts when you saw this? What do we take from this?
They know
moment? What are the
exactly what they're
implications?
doing.
I cannot believe that I'm speaking to you on the same day that a jury of 12 people, you know, decided we needed to protect kids in this whole new way, establish this entirely new idea of harm, and at the same time, you've got this imagery going on. I mean, we have the reason we're seeing these court cases move forward is because at the federal level, no one's been willing to make the kinds of laws that democracy has clearly been clamoring for. You know, when I spoke to the Attorney General in the New Mexico case, he said, I don't want to have to do this court case by court case, but because we're not getting federal action, we have to. And when you see, I honestly don't know, Kristen, but I assume that's Elon Musk's robot, right? When you see the pro-tech cabal that is in the White House now, and the ways in which they are trying to just open the floodgates for that industry, and you compare that to how the first, you know, this jury of our peers has enacted the first real sort of democratic input into what everyday Americans want to see from these sorts
Damn,
of
the worm
companies.
stab
The
is
contrast
crazy.
between these two things could not be starker, Kristen.
All right, Jacob Ward, thank you so much for your insights today. We really appreciate it. Good to see you as always.
Thanks, Kristen.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From
Nope.
tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade
Nope.
systems. Everything is
You're
built
gonna have
in
to friggin-
and ready to launch. It's
Nope.
a new world of creation where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
This guy is literally gonna have to chase me. Son of a bitch.
Hi, I'm Brett.
And I'm Jonathan.
This is Darla.
And this is Buddy.
We're the founders of The Farmer's Dog.
We've made an entirely new way to feed your dog.
It all started with my first dog, Jada.
Come on, bro.
I
Chase
got
me if you
Jada in my
can.
early 20s. It was just love at first sight. She was the most adorable,
Chase me if
smart
you
dog.
can.
But her stomach was just
Come on,
constantly
come on,
a
come on,
problem.
come on.
Nothing seemed to help her until a vet recommended that I started home cooking for her.
All of her issues went away. Her life changed. So Brett started going down this journey of looking into
Sucker.
what is dog food, how is
Get
it
the
made.
fuck out of here.
Kibble can be made with ingredients that would be illegal
fuck
to sell
outta
to
here.
a human for consumption. Then turned into a powder using extreme heat, extruded into the brown balls we all know, and then sprayed with nutrients and palatants so the dogs will actually eat it.
We were told kibble was the best thing you could feed your dog.
Oh shit, that was another guy
Turned
too.
out, it wasn't. We were told
Get
all
the
the food was
fuck
real
outta
meat and
here.
vegetables. That's also not true.
I think we all know as human beings that eating highly processed food every single meal, every single day of our lives is not ideal for our health. But pet food being highly processed was just the status quo.
So we decided, let's change it. Let's take the decades of pet food research and the
Damn, that was wild. This mother trucker.
Killing Revs is easy, and it doesn't.
He tried. He fucking tried. But he fucking failed. Okay, so what I need to do is I need more. Do I even have five? Okay, dude. Maybe that's well. Damn. Okay, let's see.
Discover your new Ford right now at
And you know, I think that AI bubble might actually be kind of popping a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get things started off with probably some of the stuff that you've heard of already. For anybody that doesn't know, Sora is dead. Okay, Sora being the application that ChatGPT made as sort of a TikTok clone where everybody generates their own videos, came out last fall, died before this fall. What a shock. And the thing about it is obviously for companies like Disney who put around $1 billion, or at least pledged $1 billion, it's not gonna look pretty damn good for them, okay? Literally, they even licensed their own characters for Sora, and it turns out all of that is going to naught. Now, I wasn't surprised by this. I think when it comes to a platform which is 100% generative AI, I don't think people are going to stick around it like they would for TikTok, YouTube, where human beings are posting content. They're probably just going to, prompt a few videos, if they're inquisitive about the tech, and then dip out. And that's basically what happened. So what has happened over here is the AI bubble just popped is ChatGPT going under? No, the reality is that Sora was so computationally expensive, generating 10-second videos basically for free. Like people could just go in, throw in a whole bunch of stuff, and basically they got access to a lot of hardware, a lot of compute, basically for nothing. Now, where did they put that money to, Buddha? Well, they probably put it towards Codex, which is basically a product that people actually use and do in fact pay money for, which is basically a coding agent, and that's where a lot of these companies have kind of gone on to. Now, I don't think ChatGPT is great. I think it's probably one of the worst fucking artificial intelligences that you can purchase. I think if you want to code, and you're gonna pay somebody for it, probably go to Claude. If you need to do any internet searches, probably go to Claude. If you're gonna want to do anything frontier AI-wise, probably go to Claude, right? The only other options are kind of like, Gemini from Google. I don't even want to call Copilot because Copilot's basically white labeled ChatGPT. And then of course you've got Grok from Twitter, which kind of benefits because they have access to like live Twitter feeds. So, information is as new as one can get to. But the point is, a lot of these companies are kind of diverting resources to things that actually sort of matter company-wise. Now, obviously, if you're somebody like Sora, you're in competition with organizations like Cdance, where, from China, these people are developing like artificial intelligence, like video models that, are producing things like this. So here's the Severance Season 2 teaser, basically AI slopped
What the fuck
through
is this?
Cdance. Now, some would consider this, cool. I consider it to be not that great, simply because I don't think the motion really works that well. Something about AI video is just such an easy tell. And, personally, in China it works because they don't have to worry about copyright law. They can basically rip anything they want and nothing's going to be done out of it. And for the people here that are willing to make AI, slop or possibly use it for, commercial purposes, they might even just purchase over the internet from Cdance and then implement it into their videos here. But that's a different story. Even when it comes to things like Sora, the reality is even some of the other models, some actually open source like LTX 2.3, you can download LTX 2.3, you can run it on your local hardware and actually generate videos. For instance, this is what local generated video actually looks like now. So right here you can see that LTX has generated these videos, and again this is local AI. You can actually see that, again, this is a video of a person driving a vehicle in 1990s Yokohama. Now obviously I don't really see the 1990s in here. Obviously I don't see somebody driving in the same lane somebody's coming towards. Obviously if you look at the text, it does give you generated AI shit as well. But it's gotten better from the days of Will Smith being haphazardly put together in a fucking data center, It's scary, but that's kind of where we're at. Anyways, this video is not about Sora. I don't really care much about talking to it. I actually want to talk about something related to artificial intelligence that I think is a bit more important. So a couple days ago, actually a day ago, it came out that Google came out with this thing called TurboQuant, which was a compression algorithm that reduces the key value cache memory by 6 times, with 8 times speed up. Now this sounds like a whole bunch of nerdy gobbledygook, but basically the idea over here is that Google has said that they found a revolutionary way, which by the way was talked about a year ago in a paper. This is where they effectively compress a lot of the actual data vectors inside an LLM. So the idea here is for anybody that doesn't know how this stuff works, I'm going to show you what a local LLM does. So here is Qwen 3.5. 27 billion. This is this new model where like they've stolen from Claude and sort of distilled it into a free model anybody can download. So this is a program called LM Studio. You can go over here and download any of these models. If you want to download the one that I'm using, you can get Qwen 3.5. You can type in the words Claude, and you can see right over here that about 480,000 people have downloaded this specific model that I'm actually using. Some people have found a way to sort of obliterate the model or make it uncensored so it can actually do things that it wasn't originally designed for, right? So to give you an idea to show you how this stuff kind of works, I'm going to ask this artificial intelligence, hey, look up this thing I heard about Google, making AI take less memory. So here I'm being intentionally vague about what I'm saying, but I'm going to ask it to
get
look
the
up
fuck
that,
out of here, you son of a bitch.
Thing. Now, because it's connected through CRXNG to an actual
that
internet
motherfucker
search pipeline,
tried.
I'm gonna enter, and the local AI is going to search the internet. So here it's reasoning, it's doing tool calls. Actually, wait, it's failing the tool calls because I didn't start my search engine, so docker start CRXNG. So here it is, it's actually searching, it's making the tool calls, it's searching the internet, and again, it actually picked up TurboQuant. So it's going to spit out the actual answer for me, right there in front of you. So here it is, it's actually spitting out everything that you need to read. So it's pulled out, TurboQuant, it's mentioned every single thing out of here. It actually read the article, I'm in GPU for many people out there. And I'm still hitting context limits over here. So why this is important is Google's TurboQuant could make it so that that context window that you saw, you can actually stuff a lot more in there on the same set of hardware before it all starts to break down. And again, NVIDIA has done something even wilder. For instance, if you look at NVIDIA's actual papers that have come out, again, last year and even mentioned here for ICLR 2026, they actually mentioned something known as key value cache management, where they've apparently said, by exploiting redundancies, they've achieved 20 times compression while maintaining reasoning and long context accuracy. So nerd shit aside, a lot of these guys are finding out ways to reduce the amount of memory and basically up the context that can be provided. Now, does this mean that, again, things are going to crash down, memory prices are going to go? In some ways, you actually saw a market crash today. Stocks went down as soon as Google announced this stuff, and they're slowly rebounding up once the people who invest into this shit realize that, you know, hey, just because they made it more optimized doesn't mean they're gonna not stop purchasing more and just allowing people to have more and more access to the stuff. Right now, the limitations of artificial intelligence are how bloated it can get. So any optimization like this is actually a net good for, again, not just the big guys who are hosting these models, but also people who are locally running these things like me. Now, I decided to go a little bit deeper into this as well and test just again how decent some of these models are. So this same model that you're looking over here, I actually went online and got something called OpenCode. And through OpenCode, which is sort of this open source AI coding agent, you can install it really quickly. You can pipe local artificial intelligences into it. And I was basically telling it to program basic applications locally on a MacBook that, you know, a year ago I thought probably wouldn't even be happening. So look, is the AI bubble starting to crash? Absolutely. I think when it comes down to a lot of these companies that are giving each other trillions of dollars, I think a lot of people just kind of realize that there are limitations as to what the community and people can accept. I think a lot of the generative AI shit is never going to take off. I don't think generative AI, Sora, videos, audio, any of the stuff is going to work because people just, I mean, I'm going to be real with you, I don't like any of it because I just find it to be very unnerving and I just don't, it doesn't look right to me. And I don't think it looks right to many people. But when it comes to things like, you know, searches, when it comes to general conversations, when it even comes to things like AI coding, which I don't agree with a lot of these big companies kind of isolating this technology for themselves. You know, Steve Wozniak was on Fox the other day, and he said that for the first 2 decades of personal computers, you bought a product, you owned it, you set it up your way, and it always ran that way, and it solved your problems, and let you make presentations of financial data to your managers. It was yours. And then now you have to subscribe to services and pay something per month, and they'll make changes in how things work. Even your muscle memory of where to tap goes away and changes. They'll take things away. Features that you were using and you can't count on anything. They'll take away your data sometimes, just because you made a mistake and didn't pay a bill 1 month or something. So he doesn't like the business model where we don't own anything. And that's one of my issues with a lot of these AI companies, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like to use these big frontier models, because you're paying something, you're paying money to access a service, you're accessing software that that one day can be taken away from you. Even if it doesn't get taken away from you, if you do one wrong thing on this, like for instance, I was reading the other month, 2 months ago, that a bunch of ex-engineers, like people who worked for Grok, like designing that AI, were actually using Claude to write their stuff. Now, allegedly, if this is true, hilarious. But it turns out Grok or XAI ended up getting their access cut off because they were basically making a competing product, and the guys over at Claude didn't like that. So I don't think it's okay when a few companies get to decide how this technology is sort of distributed. That's why I'm one of those people where I'm saying, listen, AI is not going away. It's not ever going to be gone. We're past that. Dude,
who the fuck is this guy?
You know, it's like asking, hey, can we just throw every single cell phone into the fire and make sure the technology never existed again? Can we throw the engine into a car and pretend it never, or throw the engine into the fire, or just destroy every one of them and pretend it never existed? That's not a reality. You know, that's not normal. So it's going to exist, but the reality of it is that I think going forward, it's more ideal that this technology exists in a open source or open weight sense that anybody can download and utilize on their system. And yeah, that does come with its set of risks. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that
Who
will
the
use
fuck is Mr.
uncensored
Guy?
models for unsavory things, but that's just the reality of technology or anything in general, right? People can use computers for good and bad things. You know, it's just something that is an unfortunate reality of the world. There's bad people and there's good people. But when it comes to, you know, technology
what
like
the
AI
fuck,
coding
bro?
or AI research or AI internet lookup, instead of constantly giving your information over to these services or giving your information and surveillance over to Google, Anthropic, Microsoft, whatever, I think what's really going to make this bubble pop, in my opinion, is with a lot of these technologies and advances like TurboQuant becoming more and more mainstream into these models, more and more people will have an access and a chance to use this on their cell phone, use these models, for instance, on their cell phone, on their actual gaming computer, desktop computer, laptop, whatever, instead of just, you know, people that have thousands of dollars worth of hardware, right? You know, PewDiePie made a video where he showed an AI lab that he built, and, you know, he put a bunch of these GPUs together, like $20,000, I think, worth of product, worth of hardware. If that can one day become a situation where
Bro,
this
how the
technology
fuck
can
is this
run
guy
on,
finding
you know,
me?
people's individual devices.
I have messages on Slack, Teams, WhatsApp. I gave GenSpark Claw access to all.
Bro,
Out of
who the
30
fuck is
conversations
Mr.
that are unread. Apparently there are certain
Bro,
things
what?
I need exchange. Help me draft a reply message to Gabby Gonzalez. It doesn't capitalize any words, which is how I write. It does sound like me. Can you send that to Gabby?
Hold on.
Wow, it sent it? Yeah, it just did. Isn't that crazy? This is great.
Then I think that's what's really going to kill these companies. These companies are scared right now because at the moment, you know, people are kind of getting tired of it. The investments are kind of starting to dry up just a little bit. So the moment the money stops flowing up and people realize that, listen, local stuff exists. Maybe it's not as good as the frontier, but if people can get it running locally and not have to give up their information and stop giving stuff around, maybe these guys track back a little bit on data centers. You know, maybe the prices on computer hardware starts to drop a little bit. Maybe. Again, this is just me being very fucking hopeful. I'm not some analyst. I can't predict the fucking future. I don't have a crystal ball. But it's one of those things where I think with the democratization of this technology, and that is the one thing that'll make not so much the bubble pop entirely, because that sounds really dramatic, but make it deflate to a point that a lot of these companies right now that are fucking up the world and fucking up the computer world that we're in right now will start to kind of go the way of the dodo, right? You know, I don't see companies like ChatGPT surviving or OpenAI surviving. I see companies like Google obviously surviving because they have a massive financial safety net. I see companies like NVIDIA surviving. I mean, obviously, if this bubble deflates, it's going to be pretty bad for our NVIDIA stocks, but you know, I see companies like Apple doing fine. I even see companies like Microsoft doing just fine. I see companies like, well, Anthropic, maybe not so much if it turns out that, you know, the open stuff might one day reach whatever they're offering. But that's the future. And I think given the trajectory of some of these advancements in AI where it's getting easier to run them on your local stuff, and especially when you start to see how Sora dies because people just aren't giving that the time and attention. They're putting the resources more into something that actually is a product, which is AI coding. And even that, eventually one day, in my opinion, might just end up coming down to somebody's actual hardware versus paying somebody, you know, fucking $20, $200 a month to get access to a trillion parameter model somewhere in the fucking cloud. But ladies and gentlemen, I had a nerdy video today. I get it. I understand. Let me know if you're not a fan of it. I get it. Then again, I did show you guys how to set up fucking CRX and G 2 days ago and it banged. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.
How the
At Joe Basil Chevrolet, get so much more than just great deals. New 2026 Chevy Silverado leases starting at just $288 a month. Just $288 a month. or purchase and get friends and family pricing.
That's some
just
wild ass
$288 a month,
shit.
or friends and family pricing only at Basil Chevrolet.
Come join the Basil family at Joe Basil Chevrolet in Lancaster, or shop right now at joebasilchevrolet.com.
For self-employed borrowers, bank statement loans may provide another option. Income may be evaluated using bank statements instead of traditional tax returns. Buying or refinancing an investment property? We have solutions made for real estate investors. And if you're buying your next home before selling your current one, we have options for that too. We offer flexible lending options and competitive rates. Talk to the FIG FCU mortgage team today. Then get ready to move.
Giant warehouses are popping up across the US, more than 2 every week. They feed AI algorithms, store photos, and answer our questions.
Hey Google.
A data center campus like this can consume as much power and water as an entire city. And many of the biggest server farms are emerging from the desert. But there's no official record of how many of these are being built, where they are, or even who owns them.
To be honest, I've never really run into so much resistance for records than this project.
Big tech companies often go to great lengths to hide the details. So we decided to build a map.
What we designed is a system to see not only the individual location of each data center across the country, but also where they cluster.
And for some, these clusters are appearing too close to home. We went to meet people who say having data centers next door is affecting their health.
I had a hard time breathing, I couldn't sleep. I thought I was losing my mind.
Summertime is more of a during the winter it's like almost like an engine trying to start.
So how many data centers are there in the US? And is there enough power and water to satisfy a building boom that is only just getting started?
Where I am standing now is at the middle of the data center capital of the world. This is Loudoun County, Virginia, otherwise known as Data Center Alley. And it may not look like much from down here, but just take a look from up above.
These are Amazon data centers. Zoom out and you can see tech companies tend to build data centers in clusters, where there is a reliable power supply, access to enough water, as well as tax breaks and affordable land. But of course, these tend to also be places where lots of people already live, like Santa Clara County, California, or the most heavily populated part of Arizona, Maricopa County. And of course, here in Northern Virginia, the most densely populated part of the Washington, D.C. metro area, and one of the largest and fastest growing residential areas in the US.
Yeah, I mean, I was the fourth homeowner in this neighborhood, fourth to occupy a house in this neighborhood.
Donna Gallant has lived on this street in Prince William County, Northern Virginia, for the last 30 years. All very peaceful until 2021, when things started to change. These are Google data centers, and ever since they started rising from the ground, Donna has been looking for answers.
There's no transparency, and
With the data center companies or with local authorities? Or
both. Yeah. So anytime you ask a question, it's, oh, we signed an NDA, we can't talk about it. Oh, we're under NDA, we can't talk about it. So there's no transparency at all.
The site isn't complete yet, but she says the noise is already taking its toll.
When I go to my room at night, the tonal noise immediately triggered my anxiety to the point where I couldn't sleep. I ended up having to go down on my first floor and put noise-canceling headphones on just so I could sleep.
But for Donna and her neighbors, this is just the start. Over the next few years, they will find themselves surrounded by a string of new data centers.
That's going to go from this road here all the way and around my neighborhood. That's where the data center is going to go. And that's going to be 75 feet tall, dead smack in the middle of a neighborhood.
Zoom out a little more and you can see this plot of land. It was originally meant for housing, but in 2023 it was rezoned to clear the way for the construction of data centers instead. Prince William County already has over 70 data centers, but if this master plan for a data center opportunity zone is fully realized, together with Loudoun County to the north, they'll have more data centers than Russia. Donna set up a local campaign to challenge the rezoning, but the lawsuit was dismissed.
What the hell am I watching?
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching.
Oh, I see.
Do I have ill feelings towards the data center industry for that? Yes, I do. I think we all need it. It's the way the world is going, but do I think dropping it next to people's homes is the right answer? No.
Damn, I might actually use...
There is no definitive public directory of data centers, no official map, no single regulator to ask, or government agency to FOIA.
So, you know, it's been really tricky to kind of get these records because the companies don't want to disclose all of that information.
By tricky, we mean redacted records and requests denied on the grounds of trade secrets. It turns out there is one thing that most data centers need: backup generators, in case the grid fails.
Okay,
and anyone who wants to install a generator needs to apply for an air quality permit.
So what we set out to do was request all of the permits that are issued to data centers for those backup generators.
That meant filing public record requests for air permits in every state. They list the capacity of the generator, so we can extrapolate the power needs of the data center. They also provide clues about who owns it. Take this hotspot rapidly expanding close to Columbus, Ohio.
There are at least 164 emergency generators permitted here. This is a data center where the air permit was applied for by an LLC called Magellan Enterprises LLC. But the company has applied for a trade secrets exemption. So they were actually able to redact pretty much all the information that we wanted.
Whoa, what's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice.
So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make a call.
I'll be right
in my
back.
office. Just built an inventory tracker. Protein calculator. Book share an app.
A workflow manager that
Tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
Trash duty schedule.
Since no one seems to care.
just built a
I just created a goal tracking system.
We built the same thing, didn't we?
Yep. Can this thing manage contacts? Is the SOC 2 compliant?
I want to animate this graph.
Create a party planner.
Profesor de español.
An inter-office dating app. For dogs. For office dogs. You know what I mean?
Let's do this, motherfucker. Find me, you son of a bitch. Fucking find me, and I will kill you.
But all of the big tech giants must disclose any companies like LLCs that they own.
Okay,
And by
here we
digging
go.
into their official records, we managed to pull back the mask. And it turns out that the data center in Ohio,
It's not Magellan Enterprises LLC, that's actually owned by Google.
this is a task we repeated hundreds of times to build this map. It's the most comprehensive tally to date of America's exploding data center industry. Every dot is a data center large enough to need a permit
Come
for
on,
its
bro.
backup generators.
Come on.
These are the facilities
Wanna
either
fuck
already
with me?
built or approved for construction at the end of 2024. We reached a total of 1,240 data centers. That's nearly 4 times the number in 2010.
Come on, motherfucker.
The companies that use the most amount of power in data centers across the country, it probably won't surprise you, are Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and QTS.
Of the data centers we pinpointed, 177 belong to Amazon. And we've just passed the huge Amazon data centers behind us, and already we're straight into a residential area. And you can start to see why these data centers are so controversial. Those boxes on the roof there, that's the ventilation for the cooling systems to keep those hundreds and hundreds of servers from overheating and overloading. And these are running 24/7. And there's nowhere else in the world with a higher density of data centers than here in Loudoun County, Virginia. As much as a third of the planet's internet traffic flows through the state of Virginia, the 329 data centers we tracked together consumed almost a quarter of the state's electricity in 2023. Tight security by the looks of it. We got pretty high fences with barbed wire on top. I don't think we can get much closer. It's rare to get a glimpse inside one of these server warehouses. We contacted dozens asking for a tour. Eventually, a small company called Lunavi in Wyoming said yes.
Hey, Gordon, welcome to Lunavi. Well, come on in, I'll show you a tour.
This 35,000
Come on,
square foot
motherfucker,
data
you wanna
center is
fucking fight?
tiny compared to the largest ones in the US. Those can stretch to well over 1 million square feet. Lunavi offers cloud services to customers like betting apps, mapping companies, insurance, and healthcare businesses. Zoom out and you can see that the location is no accident. Cheyenne, the capital of Wyoming, sits on an east-west internet superhighway. The city is also well connected to renewable energy generated by these wind farms. Wyoming is only a small player compared to Virginia, and to attract more, the state is offering generous tax breaks to encourage the big tech giants, like Microsoft. This large data center began emerging from the map south of Cheyenne in 2021, and this is a site belonging to Meta, just over the road.
You're currently within the critical infrastructure space of Data Center 2, designed to have 800 cabinets roughly at full capacity on that side. So we take the air from the above ceiling grid, we feed it down through the computers, they heat the air up, comes back out the back and up through the chimney above ceiling, and then just continually circulates the air on that perspective.
Lunavi has the space to scale up to the more energy-hungry GPU processors used to train AI algorithms.
So this big white space is future computing. The cabinets in this facility now have a capacity of something like 5 to 10 kW. If they want to build the ones that are going to do AI with graphic processing units, GPUs, that'll go up to something like 70 to 100 kW.
GPUs do need more power, but they can complete more tasks than a regular processing chip and in less
Bro,
time.
I knew
The lower
exactly.
ambient
I knew
temperatures in the high plains
exactly.
of Wyoming mean data centers use less energy.
No, seriously,
and
we
water
need
cool
to
themselves.
we need to
Lunavi
practice. Like I'm not like I could tell you're also a nub like me. Can you hear me though? I was wondering, dude. I was like, wait a second. This can't be an NPC that's randomly popping up while I'm trying to. all right. Let me get my stuff situated. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Meet me in a Ferox enclave. I mean, I guess so, bro, but I can tell whenever I'm fighting with other people, typically when other people are fighting me, dude, they're like 10 times better, so I felt a little more confident than confident in fighting you. Oh wait, I actually have that. Dude, that shit was actually hilarious. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. Yes, the white portal. I mean, if you're down, dude. Are you down for that? Okay, cool. Here, let me get my stuff situated. You definitely pissed me off. Got my blood boiling over here. Okay. So let's see. I think I have all I need. Bolts. Let's go. Let's just go with all that. Yeah, fuck it. That's fine. I think I have everything. Okay. I shall come through right now. Wait, let me get my one of these. What the fuck is this? First, then the white portal. Okay, so okay. So if I were you, I don't know if you have like all that food. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do this up. Now, what the fuck was that, bro? You just turned into a Kamehame. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is that, man? What the fuck? What? Bro, wait. Why? Oh, shit. No. Fuck, I wasn't ready. Hold on. What the fuck, man? Okay. How are you able to easily kill me here, dude? Where the fuck am I going? Oh no. Is that the Void Waker? Well, I think it is. Holy shit. God damn. Bro, what the fuck? Do you see this? Hold on, what? That was nice. That was nice. Nice. Nice, nice. Dude, I'm struggling so fucking bad right now. It's something I want to master, but I haven't been able to master. Damn. Good shit, good shit. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Yeah, you should have brought that gear, my dude. You would probably be demolishing everyone with that gear. Okay. Oh fuck. Nice hit. You're gonna kill me. Oh my god, dude. Mr. Gun Guy. You ain't fucking around. Damn. Unbelievable. Whoa, goddamn, dude. Oh yeah, because I don't have my... I'm curious. Let me look up your stats, dude. Wait, you can hit me from there? What the fuck? Dude, why can't I use magic? Huh. Hold on a second. I think that's all I needed. So, how long have you been playing RuneScape for? Oh, damn. Oh, fuck. This account, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I've recently, when I say recently, I mean like a few months ago, have gotten back on this game. One thing I'm trying to practice is PKing, dude. Fuck, man, it's so fucking hard. Like, look, what the fuck am I doing? Have you brought any food whatsoever? God damn. Bro. That's it. Take that. Oh, damn, dude. Yo, how do you do that vengeance thing? Like, does my magic level has to be like higher or some shit? I'm assuming. God damn, man, this is embarrassing. Jeez Louise. Oh, it's from a Spellberg. So wait, so What's Huh? Do I have to be in a certain like magic level or something? Oh, Discord. Yeah. I mean, shoot. Hold on. Let me. Do I even have Discord on this? Are you going easy on me right now? Why do I feel like you're going easy on me? Oh, dude, that was one. Oh, fuck, dude. All I'm doing is eating food. That's wild. Oh my god. Let me see if I have Discord on here. This is downloading. Where's Discord? Checking for updates. Take that. Oh no. Discord. Oh shit. Bro, you're wearing freaking all these. Hold on a second. Wow. Okay, bet. Open system settings. Quit and reopen. Okay. All right. What the fuck? What the fuck? But I... Hold on, I'm trying to log into my Discord. Saying, wait, are you human? Yeah, of course I am. Oh, of course that's not the fucking password. Oh, hell no. Dude, I don't know how you guys are able to, like... Oh, damn. the fuck is my Discord? Damn. Okay, let me actually bring in some good weapons of mine. Okay, equipment. Ah, fuck it. I don't know if this is gonna do anything, but I hope it does. I doubt. Alright, let's do this. Bro, oh my god, you're still able to kill me like that? Damn. That is wild. Oh. Shit. You can disable XP. That's wild. Okay. So, I'm on it right now. Hold on, I'm about to get my shit situated. Log in. Logged in on desktop. Allow. Cool. Alright, so I finally situated Discord. Wait. Mr. Gun Guy. Okay. How do I add friend? Mr. Gun Guy. Oh, without spaces. Okay, I just sent you a friend request. My name is Nikita's mom. Bro, I can't do any hits on you. Wait, how do you... So, I'm kinda new to Discord. Trying to figure out how to like call. Wait, I don't see you though. Can you try sending me a voice call on it? The amount of time I fucking died. Bro, this is fucking ridiculous. I swear to God. Hello?
Hi, darling. How's your day at the office?
Oh shit, that was loud. Damn. You were in my ears, man. Can you hear me?
What? What do you mean?
What the fuck? You said at the office?
I said, hi, honey. How's your day at the office?
Where's that from?
Nothing, just some bullshit. I used to randomly always say stupid shit just to bug people. But when I was at the police academy, I had this one guy who was my roommate. He is a deputy over at a department I used to be a correctional officer at. So him and I instantly clicked really well because we knew the department pretty good. But every time I would always beat him back to our dorm after class. So every time he would walk in, I would immediately yell, "Hi, honey, how was your day at the office?" And it got to the point where at least 4 or 5 other cops would always gather around him coming into our room and just to hear me yell that at him. Because every day for almost 13 straight weeks, he heard that.
Damn, dude. All that shit, man. That's funny. So you're a police officer?
Yeah,
Oh, how's that working out?
real well. By the way, you're very quiet. It's kind of hard to hear you.
What about now?
Just put the mic
Can you hear me now?
perfectly, yes.
Okay,
Perfectly, yes.
Awesome. Wow, dude. I mean, kudos to you policemen out there. You guys are actually helping us out, you know? So, thank you.
Well, yeah, who else is going to deport your people?
And you fucking play RuneScape 2. That's fucking dope. Deport my people, huh?
But yeah, just so you know, how my bow costs more than your entire gear setup so far.
Dude, wait. What? Hold on. That bow is called...
The bow of Fardenheen, plus I corrupted it.
Dude, I don't even know what that means. I haven't been on this for... It's been a long
So
time.
here, I'll turn on my screen. I'll screen share with you. Give me a sec. Blue light. There we go. Can you see it?
I can see it, yes.
Okay, so this is my bank. It's gone down actually because the economy's gone down a little bit. So my bank's down to just nearly 4.3 billion coins right up here.
Shit. Damn.
So these are preset tabs that I have for whatever I'm doing, like birdhouse runs. This is for if I go do thieving. 2 different tabs for Soul Wars, Forecast, so forth. But anyways, this is my combat tab. This is my magic and rune and teleport tab. This is my consumables tab. This is my skilling tab. This is my kind of collections tab. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Slayer helmets.
Wow.
This is kind of my questing tab, which I don't really fucking have a need for it anymore because I have all the quests done, but just a few things here and there.
You're very organized, I could tell.
This is my loot tab. Once I hit another 99, I'll probably sell all of this. This is sitting at 99 mil worth of loot. Probably when I hit 99 hunter because I've been doing birdhouses. You can see 9,200 birdhouses. And then just kind of a bullshit PK tab to fuck around in.
Dude, there's so much shit in this game that I haven't done. You know, like this game is so fucking massive. And mind me, I played this game like back in the good old days, you know, and still haven't fucking done everything.
Yeah, I killed you for $500,000 with approximately, I think I had about a 50,000 coin risk.
Well, how much did I lose? Like half? Oh, you said $500,000, right?
490K, yeah.
490K.
I mean, nothing much, nothing overly significant, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's my typical run whenever I go to places. Even dude, I keep on dying in the rough caves. Every time I'm out there trying to make money, people come out of nowhere. They just instantly kill me and shit.
Yep, it was funny. It was the giggles and shit. And then I saw you like spending forever gearing up, picking out some better gear and shit, and I'm like, fuck, I want to fuck with that guy.
Dude, I was pissed about that. I was like, who the fuck is this? Can't be a fucking NPC. where you go to a certain location and NPC pops up, and I'm like, either this is a fucking mod, or fucking with me, or maybe some guy who's watching my live stream, or some weird ass glitch with NPC.
Nope, it's me. If you look back on the screen, this is my skill stab.
Bro.
So these are the skills. Oh, I have 19 of the 24 skills maxed.
Hold on, wait, let me see.
And then this is my skill stat.
Holy shit, dude, you've almost fucking maxed everything out. Oh my god.
Pretty much. I've been working on agility, but I hit 93. This is the overall look. Total combat level, total levels 2310. Total XP on the account's 325 million. Quests are maxed. The achievement diaries only have 2 of 490 left. Hey, give me a second. I'm going to take this call.
Jeez Louise. That's fucking wild. That's wild. Oops.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, man. So
Yeah, achievement diaries, only two out of 492 left. I never really focused on combat tax or collection logs, and then total time played is, as you can see, is just at 369 days.
369 days. Here, let me see what mine is at. It is time played 56 days. 56 days and 21 hours. Yeah, dude, you're definitely OP, overpowered. How did you get so good at PvP?
What do you mean so good at PvP? I just spammed you with a bow and 2 fucking melee weapons. What are you talking about?
Come on, bro. It's like it's like rock paper scissors shoe kind of type of game. I think for that, like, my brain is still trying to catch up to that, you know.
Okay, all right. Let's do a tank test. I'm going to put on my max tank gear, and I want you to tank it. I want you to just use whatever. I want you to pull out your best melee gear. We're gonna do melee to melee tank. I want you to. I want to show you how little you have effect on me. Like it's not just that. I assure you.
Okay. I'm gonna pull that out. I'm gonna. Let's see. What else do I have? Do I have a Void Wicker? No. I mean, I guess what I was using before. Let me just double check to see if I have any.
Just give it a try. You'll see.
All right. Going in.
Hang tight. I'm grabbing the gear. Un momento, por favor, signori.
Dude, if you don't mind me asking.
And I'm gonna be praying and everything.
Cool.
What?
Where are you? Where are you from?
I'm in South Dakota.
South Dakota. Nice.
Yep.
How is it warm out
How about
there?
you? Fuck no.
No.
Well, it depends what time of year. Where are you at?
I'm in New York.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Fucking shithole.
Bipolar. That's what it is. The weather out here.
The city or the state?
I'm in the suburbs, Rochester, the outskirts of New York.
That sucks.
Yep, near Niagara
New York's such a
Falls,
shitty ass fuck.
near Buffalo.
Fucking hate New York. It's a shitty ass state, in my opinion. I never liked it.
This might sound weird. So one of my
No,
buddies,
I will not kiss you.
One of my buddies' name is Tony. I think he's Vietnamese. And
Vietnamese?
he kind of sounds like you too, dude. Are you Vietnamese by any chance?
Dude, I'm a fucking Jew.
Okay, you're a Jew.
I'm a fucking oven dweller, brother. They're gonna use
shit.
melee. If you want me to go pull out mage tank here instead?
No. I have the stuff.
All right, go for it.
This is the best weapon. Hold on, let me see.
Go for it.
Let me check out the equipment. What you have? Holy fuck, dude! 547 mil. What the fuck?
Look at it now. Look
Bro.
at it now.
Bro.
And it's more than 547 mil. Hold on, trade me real quick.
Hold on,
Look
hold
at
on.
this shit.
The Elysian Spirit Shield is 547 mil. What the fuck?
Exactly. Give me a second. I forgot something. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm telling you, guy. Like,
Dude, what the fuck?
yeah, yeah. Like you're not gonna fucking get me, my guy. Go for it.
What the fuck did you? What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
The special attack for this weapon.
Oh shit! You're probably gonna kill me. Like
The special attack for this weapon is Power of Death. Reduce all melee damage you receive by 50% for the next minute while staff remains equipped. Stacks with Protect for Melee. So basically, Protect for Melee reduces damage by 40%. This is 50, so you're only doing 10% damage to me for the next 60 seconds. Plus, I also have Piety on. That increases my defense by another 20%. So essentially, your damage is ultimately reduced to probably about 5%, 4% max damage right now for the next 60
It
seconds.
looks like it's. Oh wow. Dude, holy shit, man. Have you ever done PvP with that? With all those gears or no?
No, because I'm not gonna risk my fucking bank.
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna risk anything.
Do you typically do PvP or no?
Fuck no, I just troll around sometimes. Best.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you're really good at PvP and shit, you could just live stream, just fuck around, just like you did with me. And
Dude, pay attention. I'm literally just poking you.
Bro.
Just poked you.
Wait, what? Hold on, do it again.
I just poked you.
Hold on. 14. Okay.
I had a 30 on you a second ago. Yeah, keep attacking me, bro. Don't stop.
Do you watch Auto Block or not?
No. I don't care for Auto. I don't really watch too much streaming shit. When I play, I sometimes might.
I mean, shit, man. I mean, with the gear you have and the skills that you have, if you actually live stream, you can make money if you care.
I'm not as good as you think. You're no offense, but you're just really bad. That's why I'm so good.
True that. I can't even fucking hit you, dude. Damn. Wow. I don't know what to say, dude. I'm just stabbing it. It's fucking 0. What the fuck? So, is this your only main account? Or do you have other accounts too?
I have one that I probably spent a couple hours on, but nothing significant on there.
Huh, nice. Do you have a is that the account that's what's the name? The Iron Man account?
No, I did it kind of for some bullshit PvP stuff on free to play to kind of fuck around on a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Now that special effect is over, I put on this bow, and the bow actually has pretty good, really good defensive stats for defense. It has like a plus 20 for slash. Jeez. So your chance of even hitting me now is significantly less. You're probably not going to hit me at all. And all the Elysian does, it reduces damage by 33%. So essentially, if I can put on a different shield, and it will almost completely remove your ability to even hit me, let alone cause damage.
Wow. That's wild. 11 years, huh?
Count is about 11, because you can go talk to Hans in Lumbridge, and he'll tell you how old your account is. Anyways, I gotta get some stuff done, man. I'll add you, and
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
hit you up.
Before you go, there's this you know what is it called, the T-bow?
Twisted bow. What about it?
The twisted bow. Have you ever gotten a drop from it? Like, you know that what is it called? The Elixir's dungeon place.
Have I ever done the raid before?
Yeah. Have you?
I've done the raid because somebody's helped me out, but I don't know how to properly raid, and the twisted bow that I used was lent to me from a buddy.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, if in the future, if you're down to do that, you know, I'd be.
I don't know how to raid.
Same here. I mean,
I don't.
Well, I guess we both can learn if you're down in the future, but yeah, I mean, hit me up whenever.
No offense, but you need way better gear to go do that.
I think I have like 500 mil, and that's all I have in my total bank. Maybe.
Plus, in general, you need like good some skilling stuff, which I can do it all myself on this account because you can share your gear with your teammates. But like you can like make good potions and get better food inside the dungeon, and you need like cooking level, fishing level, herblore level, and shit like that. Which
geez.
all mines are back, so I can do it for everybody on the team.
Wow.
That's not a big deal.
Okay, cool. Wow. Well, all right. Thanks, man.
Yeah. My suggestion to you is always do your birdhouse runs every 45 minutes.
Dude, every time you say birdhouse, I have no idea what that is.
Look it up on the OSRS wiki. You need to do a quest to get to Fossil Island, and once you have access to Fossil Island, the thing I'm doing right now is the birdhouses. Right now at, I think it's 89 Hunter. See, birdhouses right here at 89 Hunter. You can have redwood. Every time I click it, it gives me a random amount of birdhouses, 0 to like 10-ish almost. That's how many birdhouses I got from this time. And it gives me 1,200 experience each. So 5,000 XP per.
Damn.
And that's how I basically got my hunter up. Like, it's just all so fucking passive. And I'll show you her. Like, my birdhouse worth, like, probably 10,000 birdhouses almost is worth, what, fucking nearly 50 mil.
What's the name of the quest you mentioned?
I don't. There's a few. I know Dig Site is one of them. Just
wait,
you'll
I
have to
think I
look it
did-
up. I don't remember.
I think I did do that dig site. Yeah, I have done that.
Yeah, but here, see, 9,223 birdhouses from it. Passively, it's worth 45 mil right now.
Holy shit.
So, anyways, I'm going to skedaddle. You have a Merry
Alright.
Christmas.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Yeah, see you later.
Deuces. That is wild. What the fuck?